is the annual Title I parent meeting for J.J. Flynn Elementary School. This is an annual meeting because J.J. Flynn is one of many schools. Actually, I think most Burlington schools receive Title I funding. So the agenda for the meeting is to go over J.J. Flynn beliefs, what is a Title I school, how our school uses Title I funding, and the school requirements under Title I, the Burlington School District Parent Guardian Involvement Policy, Rights of Parents and Guardians, and J.J. Flynn Homeschool Compact. This is a lot of material, and actually all of the material will be on our website under Title I, including a recording of this session right now that we're having right now. And I apologize to Maggie for not being able to hear the audio, but I am going to continue because I don't have any other way to communicate with that person, but hopefully she will be able to find a way to hear soon. So J.J. Flynn beliefs about the parents' rights, and I hate to read, but I'm going to, that parents have the right to be provided with information on their child's level of achievement and academic growth, that you have the right to be provided with information on the qualifications of their child's teacher. Our teachers at J.J. Flynn are all highly qualified teachers. That you can request information about your student's participation in assessments and opt your child out of the assessments if you so desire. You can request opportunities for regular meetings to make suggestions and partake as appropriate in decisions about your child's education. That you should be able to have ongoing, meaningful, two-way communication between you and the teachers here at J.J. Flynn. And you should be involved in the development of certain policies and decisions in how Title I funds are used. The PFE set aside, the policies, school-wide plans, school parent compact, and continuous improvement plans. I apologize for the use of acronyms. So those are the beliefs. So what is a Title I school? Title I of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965 is intended to improve the academic achievement of the disadvantaged. The purpose of Title I under Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965 is to ensure that all children have a fair and equal and significant opportunity to obtain a high quality education and reach, at a minimum, proficiency on challenging state academic achievement standards and state academic assessments. A Title I school has qualified to receive federal funding under this act. Basically, if we get 40% of our students are eligible for free and reduced lunch. So the requirements for Title I are that the activities that are funded must be supplemental to the school's basic education program. In other words, we're not allowed to skimp on our general education budget because we know we're getting Title I funds. These funds are in addition to the general funds for the general program, and this is to help beef up what we have available to give second and third doses of assistance to children who may be disadvantaged. Some Title I funds must be set aside for parent and family engagement activities. That's been tough for us this year when we've been restricted on getting together because of COVID, but we're hoping that in the spring we will be able to have some activities. We are planning for skate night. If you attend the PTO meeting at 6:30 this evening, you can hear more about that. And we are also planning on activities for our Maker Fair at the end. Actually, it's April 1st. So those are examples. So schools with at least 40% of students eligible for free and reduced price lunch are eligible to participate. So how does J.J. Flynn spend our Title I money? We spend it to promote academic achievement and demonstrate effective and differentiated instruction. We have a STEM coach. That's science, technology, and engineering and math, to work directly with students while modeling pedagogy throughout the school. Pedagogy being the way to teach, integrating the concepts of STEM throughout the school and building capacity of the teachers in their ability to do content integration. So teaching, if you're teaching literacy, you can be teaching literacy while you're also teaching about science or technology or engineering or math. For example, a word problem in math also teaches one how to read. Word problems in math have highly specific language, and the words in a word problem have real meaning. Some words tell you that you have to multiply or you have to divide, and learning how to read for that content is a very specific activity, and it meets the demands of our curriculum of at least 50% of our reading must be informational text. Well, problems in math, word problems in math are informational text. Another use of Title I money is to increase achievement, academic interventionists to provide direct instruction to students at risk of failure in math and literacy, to support teachers implementing best practices, and to also provide interventions. So LLI is leveled literacy intervention. Orton Gillingham is another intervention program. In math, we have Do the Math, Zern, Math Reads, Dreambox, and Happy Numbers. And thirdly, to improve instruction engagement in STEM subjects and academic proficiency for struggling students, we have partial support for a food science coordinator position that will support instruction, working with teachers and instructional coaches at K-8. As a matter of fact, I saw such a lesson. We have a cooking cart at Flynn, and it's food science, but it incorporates math and literacy. As everyone knows, if you're reading a menu or a recipe, first of all, you have to be literate to read the recipe. You have to be able to measure, follow those directions precisely. And if anybody's being asked to double a recipe or half a recipe, that makes the work of cooking that much more interesting and challenging, and uses more of the skills that children will use later on in their life. So the food science coordinator is able to use a cart that we have at Flynn that has all the equipment that we need to actually cook in the classroom, including like a Breville oven, hot plates. It's really a wonderful thing to watch as the kids actually put together recipes and then get to test their work by tasting it. Burlington School District also has Title I money for resources that are spent across the district. So, for example, as we all know, we have quite a few languages within our schools, and the Title I funds help with translation services through multilingual liaisons. And for all the different, we don't have liaisons for every language, but we certainly have a really substantial ability to translate the more prevalent languages. We also have a multilingual liaison coordinator. We have summer programs like SOAR. We work with our homeless students. We have a personalized learning specialist and embedded professional development for grades 6 through 12. And a BSD coordinator in the Office of Engagement. and a consultant support for continuous improvement plans. Each school is responsible for the development of a continuous improvement plan. And we've been doing continuous improvement plans for several years. And those plans are not static. As we achieve some goals, we update and increase we move on to the next step in the process. I'm going to have to excuse myself for a minute while I put my little doggy in a place where he cannot make so much noise. Hold on for a second, please. Sorry about that. So all of the students within J.J. Flynn are able to receive Title I services because we are a Title I school. And obviously we do that as well because to isolate students based on socioeconomic status would be really inappropriate. And so these benefits are available to every single student at J.J. Flynn, regardless of their socioeconomic status. The people that you would contact at Flynn in regard to questions about this are myself. I am the acting principal, and I'm sorry, I should have introduced myself at the very beginning. My name is Shelley Mathias, also known as Dr. Michelle Mathias. And Emily Russin is our school counselor, and you can reach us by calling our main office at 802-864-8478. You can call with any questions or concerns. One thing that people want to know is how can we be involved at Flynn? Well, we do have a website that has a lot of information. We have monthly PTO meetings, I think that's the first Thursday of every month. We have an open house, we have a maker fair, we have family traditions dinner, we have parent-teacher conferences. These are all things that happen in a normal school year. Once COVID becomes endemic, where we are not in pandemic mode, I would anticipate that all these activities and possibly new ones crop up here at J.J. Flynn. And we all look forward to having parents come back into school on a regular basis. And you also should have opportunities as things return to normal to be able to volunteer in classrooms, et cetera. We really enjoyed having parents come and volunteer when we did the special activities right before the December break with the Firefly and Light Up the Night activities, commemorating the shortened day and the fact that the light is going to come back. So there are documents that you should be able to reach. Now, this presentation is going to be put on our website tomorrow, assuming we don't have a snow day tomorrow, but it will be put on our website. And each one of these links provides you with access to the different policies. So I'm just going to go to one of these links and so you can see. So this is a policy that was recently approved by the Burlington School Board on the date it was approved. It's around here somewhere. It was recently approved, I believe, in 2021. That is one of the documents you can reference. I don't intend to read it all. It's just because it would be too much for people to have to listen to, I think. And let's see, I'm having a little bit of a technical issue here. So the parent compact. I'm not sure what happened. I'm sorry. Oh, shoot. So the other pieces will also be available. The school parent compact, which is basically a guideline for what are the things that we all want to do to make sure that our kids are successful, both from the educator side, what are the things that we're agreeing to do, and things that are good things for parents to know that are good for children, such as reading to them, allowing them to read to you, making sure that they finish homework and bring it in. My son used to finish homework and then lose it and have to redo it. And I asked him, doesn't it bother you to redo your homework? And he said, no. Boy, that would bother me, but it didn't bother him. And let's see, what else? I think that's about it. The rights of parents are also given. So do you have any questions? Maggie, do you have any questions? You're I appreciate your interest in coming. Do you have any questions that I haven't answered? And I hope you can hear me. And she's not here. Okay, well, thank you for paying attention to this if you choose to come and listen. But at the very least, you can always just access the documents yourself and read through them. This is money that comes right out of your taxes. So it is a way to see your tax dollars at work. And I was thinking about what other government agencies are required to give this kind of report at such a local level. And I can't think of any other ones besides schools. So it's kind of interesting that we are being required, that we do this process and make this information available to all of you. Have a pleasant evening. And I'm hoping we all are looking forward to an interesting snowstorm, and maybe we'll have a snow day tomorrow. Maybe we won't. Stay tuned. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.